I had a spare moment, so I want to record this real quick. Little baby rant. So we have Linus of Linus Tech Tips doing the Linux challenge, and it's all the rage regarding how he's going to respond and his experiences and his feedback. And it just kind of confirms one thing. Bear with me here. It confirms that the Linux community claims is a meritocracy, claims that it's open to changes from the community, and the best thing about open source is that it gets feedback from the community and takes it in and makes changes and merges it. And while that's true to the core, a lot of times, a lot of it comes down to your personal influence with people within the project and relationships and connections. And it has nothing to do with the validity of your patch or your suggestion or the logic behind your ideas. It's rarely about those things. And it's almost always about a core group of developers who have their heads so far up in what, that they just decide that this is the path and disregard a lot of what they want, what others think is best. And instead of listening and reviewing and checking things, a lot of times they just do what they want to do. So, and usually GNOME falls into this trap most often. But let's be honest, Plasma has their thing too. They're just now doing the GNOME overview that's been mentioned for so long, for so many years. And there's been so many solutions that even Mike Tennell has suggested for so long, for so many years, that they either never get around to or go years into implementing solid, sound implementations of solutions and recommendations and ideas that just go nowhere because they just want to do what they want to do. And just like for-profit companies, a lot of these open source projects wait till a YouTuber decides to make a big deal of it, and that's when they change course, and that's when they implement solutions. And System76 is doing this, and also Plasma, the Plasma project for KDE, they're doing some changes to lock down the Plasma environment so that if you install something, it doesn't install the entire environment. And while that is overall a great thing, my question is, why hasn't anyone submitted that before or made the suggestion before? Chances are they have. They just didn't think to do it. They didn't think it was a good enough idea then. But when a YouTuber complains, who has millions and millions of views and millions of followers, that's when they want to do it. And so while I love my open source community, I love Linux, I love the culture there, sometimes they have to take it down a peg because they're not that much different than these for-profit huge companies that they rally against sometimes. So this was like a thing that kind of I found striking to me, that we're not that different. But I guess in the end of the day, if it makes the tools and technologies and projects better, I guess that's a good thing. But it kind of rubs me the wrong way.